Ladies and gentlemen, this Switch 2 situation is starting to get insane. Like, I really feel like a crazy person in an insane asylum, just mumbling the words, Switch 2, Nintendo Switch 2 over and over. We have a bunch of Switch 2 leaks to go over today, and it's starting to seem like they're all real. So, let's just go ahead and get into this video. So we have 3 leaks to go over today, and all of them are pretty crazy. One is directly from Nintendo themselves, but I am starting to expect a Nintendo announcement literally any day now, especially with all these leaks and rumors and just so much going on. I think Nintendo truly has to come out and say something, and now that the holidays are over, maybe they'll let the rest of the year wrap up, but I'm thinking like the first week of January. I'm not saying it'll be the Switch 2 reveal, but I think an official announcement about the Switch 2. And a big announcement at that. So before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe. At the time of recording this video, we are 104 subscribers away from 14,000. That's my goal by the end of the year, so fingers crossed we'll hit that. Also follow me on Instagram and join this community, and let's just go ahead and get into the video. So in yesterday's video, we looked at a few pictures of the Switch 2 and the Switch 2 dock. And after looking at those pictures, more images came out and more details. So we're going to look at a new picture of the Switch 2 dock, and I'll fill you in on some key details that we needed to know yesterday. So here's another picture of the Switch 2 dock. In this picture, you can actually see a lot more than we seen yesterday. I think yesterday we only seen like right here, maybe. I'm going to assume right in here is where all the ports are going. So if this picture looks a little wonky, allegedly what the person has been doing is using AI on their own pictures, but just on the backgrounds. So I think they're using AI on the background. And that's right here. I think you can kind of see something going on. But a lot of people are doing like this weird thing in Photoshop, lining up everything, and they're saying it's all legit. Allegedly, from another leak that has came out from the same person, they've even turned on the Switch 2. And all they're doing is like running some kind of JavaScript something. So I don't think they've seen any of the real operating system. But it sounds like they're doing some kind of quality control testing for the Switch 2, and that's why they're using all this AI on their own pictures, so Nintendo will not know who's leaking these images out. This person has leaked 3 or 4 images now, has said the Joy-Cons will be charcoal color, but there's also blue and orange colors, and they're pretty much just leaking out stuff every single day. So this isn't a third-party accessory manufacturer. This is somebody who has their hands on the actual Switch 2. And this is kind of crazy stuff. So if this is what the dock looks like, I don't know if I like it. I probably will like it just fine once I'm using it. The crazy thing is, I've got my first Switch in 2018. I've had 3 or 4 Switches since then. I've used my Switch docked to a TV maybe 10 times. So it's not like I'm going to care either way what the dock looks like. But rumors were saying the dock is rounded. And yeah, this is a rounded dock. I wish we could see the front better. They did show us a picture of the front yesterday, and it just kind of showed off the logo. So from that logo yesterday, it kind of confirmed that the Switch 2 is in fact called the Switch 2. And yeah, we have another leak to back that up. And the crazy thing is, this leak is starting to go viral in the gaming world right now. I feel like I was one of the only people who covered this leak. This was when I was first learning how to dive deep on like message boards and look at Chinese websites. And it's the same exact leak I remember covering. But because it was so long ago, all the details are kind of correct. And yeah, a while back on a Chinese forum, a user made a post claiming to be employed at Foxconn and working on the assembly line producing Switch 2s. Another Family Board user also posted other things mentioned by the leaker, including, whoa, is my mouse dying? What the hell's going on here? Oh man, my mouse just died. Or Nintendo just took out my mouse. But luckily, I use a laptop. Yeah, another Family Board user also posted other things mentioned by the leaker, including a new U-shaped kickstand. As far as I can tell, this was the first time that the U-shaped kickstand was mentioned. This even predates Nin Spider sketching a U-shaped kickstand by about a month. So the logical conclusion is that if he was right about the kickstand way before anybody said anything else about the new kickstand design, everything else in this post must be true. And in this post, he also claims the console is called Switch 2 and has a big number 2 on it. Yeah, I remember covering this like 4 months ago. And another thing that they're not saying in this, from this same leak, he also said that the console was black and white. And I didn't know if the console was black and white, the Joy-Cons were black and white. But then we seen later that a lot of the Joy-Cons from the 3D renders were also white. So yeah, all that information in this was 100% correct from the leaks we've seen coming out in the future. So it's starting to seem like the console really is called the Switch 2. Alright, I got my mouse working again. Nintendo cannot keep us down. And then we had Pyro. I'll never know the name, but I know who they are. Or not really. No Nintendo leaker has confirmed that independently of the veracity of the images, that the Switch 2 logo is the real one. Yeah, you can see it right here in that doc we were talking about that we seen yesterday, and now this is the logo. So I said it before, I'm not the biggest fan of the logo. There's not really much they can do. You know, it's crazy. The whole time I was hoping we'd have a cooler name like Nintendo Switch Advance, Switch Pro. I don't even know what else. Super Nintendo Switch, that would have been cool. Now seeing that it's just called the Switch 2, I always thought I'd kind of be a little let down by that or a little disappointed. I actually don't care that much about the name at all now, but I think the name really serves a purpose. And using a prime example, since it's a few days after Christmas, going on Reddit and seeing everybody post their new consoles, go to the Xbox subreddit and you're seeing so many people who got an Xbox One X instead of an Xbox Series X. If somebody has no idea about gaming and they just typed in Xbox X maybe on Google and bought the first thing, these people are getting Xbox Ones instead of Xbox Series S and X. And it happens every single year a bunch, like super frequently. If Nintendo called it Super Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch Advance, I kind of feel like that issue could have happened the same way. So hearing Nintendo Switch 2 and seeing the logo, it's very easy to see what the hell's going on here. This is the Nintendo Switch number 2. So it's like, oh, that's the second one. That's the one I should get. And I think in the long run, people will obviously know what's going on here, but for people who are non-gamers or casual gamers, it's going to be very easy to decipher this is the next Nintendo Switch console. So, yeah, I don't really have a problem with it. I just wish the logo was a little cooler. And before we get out of here, I want to show you a patent I just found that I can only think is the Switch 2 Joy-Cons or something like that maybe. It's called Connection Structure and Attachment Structure, and the date this was published was Christmas Eve. And then right away, it looks so strange. It looks like a satellite flying into the mothership or something. Here's a little bit better picture of it. Yeah. Weird, because we know that the Joy-Con is not shaped this way. I'll put it up on the screen, but the first big Switch 2 picture to kind of go around, this looks like the Joy-Con for that picture. So you can see right here, it looks like it would just close like that, like you just snap it in. So maybe it's an easier way to change the thumbsticks. Right here is the actual thumbstick, so it's a lot going on, and I don't really know what's going on. I know this is not for the Switch, and this might not ever see the light of day, but it seems like it's for the Switch 2. I'm sure this is not the actual shape of the Switch 2 Joy-Con. Yeah, but it seems like a lot of work is going into this, so maybe this has something to do with the Hall effect joystick, so there's no stick drift. I'll be honest, I don't really know what's going on here, but I thought it looked interesting, so I thought I would bring it to your attention. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this information? It's starting to get truly insane. It's like we went from baby leagues to the big boy leagues, and the only next logical thing is going to be seeing the actual console. I want to see the console turned on though, like the actual UI of the console, or what the operating system looks like. So that's what I'm holding out hope for. But if we don't get that, man, Nintendo just needs to come out and announce a damn console. So let me know what you guys are thinking down below. And remember, if you made it to this part of the video, I'd love for you to join this community. So hit a like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. I would be forever grateful. Also, consider becoming a channel member. I'm starting to post a bunch of channel member videos, and it's a lot of fun. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.